Hello, welcome to another I Fixed It, and today I'm going to show you how I managed to fix this Prestige pressure cooker. Now these pressure cookers are supposed to have a handle here, a kind of black short handle that's about this long, a couple of inches that is, and it's made of some kind of fairly brittle plastic, and it just cracked, and I tried gluing it and it wouldn't stay together, it just wasn't strong enough. And what that does is it holds down, as well as being something you can lift up the pan with, it holds down the lid only a little bit, but that enables the pressure ring to seal and get the pressure up. So trying to use it without this handle, there's just loads of steam coming out around here, water running down the sides, it just wouldn't get up to pressure. So I needed some way to hold that down just that little bit. So what I've come up with is this ingenious gadget. Here is a close-up of the part I've made. I did originally try and make this out of threaded rod, which should have been easier. I just had some rod that's like that. But as soon as I tried putting the bend in, the rod just snapped, so I had to think of a different method, which involved using some softer metal, this aluminium, which wasn't already threaded, do the bend, and then add the thread. I think this once was a tent peg. It's some aluminium rod. I've bent it so it hooks into this piece here, and I've got hold of a tapping and dyeing kit, which I will hopefully use for other projects as well, and put on a thread on the end of it and a washer, and I can put, the other thing I've done is there's a hole here anyway in this piece, so I've made a couple of cuts to make that into a slot. Then when I've got the lid shut, I can slot that into there, do up the butterfly nut on the threaded piece, and that, with the help of the washer, will hold the lid down this end. It's quite subtle, but it makes a difference. And at the other end, on the handle, I'm going to use one of my trusty pieces of bicycle inner tube just to hold the handle together a bit better, to apply some pressure on this end as well. And I've used this today and it works, and it wasn't working before. I tried putting all kinds of weights on the top to try and hold this down. I can't see that this is dangerous in any way. It's still got the pressure release here, so I don't think, maybe the only risk is burning your fingers when you undo this, but I wouldn't be undoing this unless the pressure had gone down anyway, so I think that's quite a useful fix. It hasn't cost me anything, because I had these bits anyway lying around in my useful junk collection, and the tap and die kit was about £16 or £17, but that's something I want to use for other things. So yeah, if you've got a Prestige pressure cooker, you might be able to save it using that method. I think I still need a new seal, and this pressure cooker is probably only about 10 years old, maybe less, maybe a little more, but it doesn't seem to be one of their current ones, so it's not easy to find exactly which pressure seal it needs. And I did consider buying a new pressure cooker to replace it, because I thought, yeah, I'm not going to fix this. But then I saw a review of one of the Tower ones, which seemed to be straight out of the box leaking terribly, like this one's doing years later after a lot of use. So I thought, have a go at fixing it, and it has worked. So I hope that's given you some hope for fixing a pressure cooker. Give that a go. If it doesn't work, you haven't really lost out on much, particularly if you can find somebody who's got a tapping kit that can help you do that tapping. Potentially you could just wire this down, but then you'd have to unwire it each time, so I think this sort of screwable thing is probably the easiest way to do it. It means you can get the lid off, once you've taken the elastic thing off, it means you can get the lid off quite easily. Thanks for watching.